Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. If you're seeing me today, I wanted to jump on here and to channel some messages for you from the universe. I'm going to pull some tarot cards and a few oracle cards to give you some messages for the upcoming week. So what I heard really loudly was that being vulnerable is tough, but it's necessary. If you want to share your gifts with the world, they must first see the true you. Don't fight it. So this is all about being vulnerable and being authentic and being who you truly are. That's really tough, especially in today's society, because we always feel like we're being judged and that we have to compare ourselves to others. But the truth is, people appreciate you and your gifts when you're true and raw and authentic. I can't tell you how many times people have sent me a message saying, thank you for what you say on your podcast, because you're very vulnerable. You share your own stories and it's relatable, and then I understand that I'm not alone. And I have written 2 books. It's really hard to be vulnerable when you do that. I just wrote my latest book, Beautiful Mourning, A Guide to Life After Loss, about my grief journey. And there are passages in this book where I was like, I don't know if I should write that, because I talk about how angry we were at the medical community for the way that my mom was treated in certain situations. And it's not that if you're in the medical community, it's not a hit against all people in the medical community. I really appreciate people in the medical community, but it was the particular situation that we had. And I would have people, relatives, who would say like, well, you can't say that, or, you can't express how you feel. But I did, and as soon as I did, I had other people saying, we had the same experience, and we were all so frustrated. So it's important to speak your truth and be authentic, because other people can relate to that. And when you're sharing your story, it's like other people feel like they're not alone. But it's also important to be you, because trying to imitate someone else, be someone you're not, that's not a good feeling to be, where you're copying everyone and you're not being who you want to be, or you're doing what other people tell you that you should do, and you think you are doing what you're doing because it's going to make other people happy. If you're not being true to yourself, that is like the most painful place to be, because you have to be who you are. We came here to be our authentic, true selves, and when we get here, we encounter so much programming from our parents, from school, from society as a whole, who tell us we have to be a certain way, we have to look a certain way, we have to talk a certain way, we have to be a certain way, we have to have this job, we have to have this relationship, we have to do X, Y, and Z to be successful, or whatever, if we want to measure up. And that's so not true. And most of growing up and being awake spiritually is learning that you need to unlearn a lot of what you were taught, because it just doesn't feel right to you. And if that's where you are in your life, the universe is saying, be who you are. You don't have to be anybody else, but be true to you. So we're going to pull some tarot and see what messages want to come out. Okay, yeah, so you have the moon. This is about seeing through illusions and deceptions. Some of you are allowing fear to hold you back and keep you stuck, because you're afraid that if you are yourself, there's going to be challenges, there's going to be struggle, you're going to face competition. And some of you have felt like you've been stabbed in the back. You feel defeated because you're just not being who you are. Allow healing to come in. Nurture yourself, okay? Allow that healing to come in and nurture yourself, and start working on being who you are truly meant to be. Okay, well, we have the High Priestess coming out. You need to listen and follow your own intuition, your own inner guidance. Stop trying to be what you think everyone else wants you to be. If you start listening to your intuition and your own inner guidance, you're going to have celebrations. You're going to have abundance. People are going to support you. It's going to be okay. Things are going to work out really well for you, and you're going to be celebrating. But you have to let go of those things those illusions that are keeping you stuck. Be who you are meant to be. All right, I love that. And I'm going to pull a few cards from Angela Rose's deck. I was gifted this deck by a very sweet podcast follower and friend, and it's the Sacred Soul Journey deck. Her decks are beautiful, so I highly recommend Angela Rose if you want to check out her decks. And we're going to pull a few, and well, the whole deck wants to come out. Let's just take a couple. Okay. The first card coming out is to receive. Be open to receiving all the things that you desire, want, and need. You are worthy of receiving. Receiving is fun. Magic happens when you let go of the need to control. Yeah, if you let go of the need to feel like you need to be somebody else, you got all of these magical things coming in for you. Stay on the path. I love that. Life has guaranteed highs, lows, and uncertainty. Stay on the path. Keep showing up for yourself. And if you fall off, get right back on. You will reach your destination. This is your journey. Trust in it. And then you are what you believe. Words hold power and divine magic. What you think, you become. Your outside world is a reflection of your inner thoughts. Be mindful of your thoughts and the words you speak. Yeah, that's so true. You do need to be mindful. You don't have to be anybody else. Be who you are. I'm going to pull a card from my deck, Divine Whispers. Okay. All right. So this makes a lot of sense. We have let go of addictive behavior. Addiction is playing a role in your life right now. Addiction takes many forms. Most people associate it with being addicted to drugs or alcohol. However, you can be addicted to ice cream, procrastinating, or even coffee. And in addition, you can be addicted to self-talk, poor self-talk. We rely on, addictions are a form of codependent behavior. We rely on something or someone else to make us feel better about ourselves, when in reality, we should be relying on ourselves to feel better. What addictions are taking over in your life right now? Take a look at your life and see what codependent behaviors you might be displaying. Do meditation or tapping to help increase your feelings of self-love and self-worth. If you really have a deep problem with codependence, then seek professional help. There is no shame in getting help. You will come out on the other side of this even better than you were before. And then there are a few mantras that go with this card. The first one is, the situation is only temporary. I have the power to take back my power at any time. I take things day by day. I'm letting go of behaviors that aren't serving me. I am healing. I am loving myself. I love that. Oh, somebody must be outside, maybe the Amazon person. All right, well, I hope that those messages resonated. If you need to work on self-love, I have several programs for that. I have an online program, the 10-day intensive self-love program, and it's available on my website, melissaoatman.com. It's on sale right now for $14.99. It's normally $20. That's so nice that somebody came up to the door right now. But I also have my book, Beautifully Broken. And in this book, I talk about how to take back your personal power after going through a toxic relationship and an ending, how to rebuild your life. And I give you tips and tools for how to do that. Same thing in my book, Beautiful Mourning. I give you tips and tools for how to work past grief. Even if you've lost a relationship, that book could work for you too. All of my books are available on Amazon. I hope you have an amazing week and day. Sending you guys lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon.